Tinubu returns to Abuja after FOCA in China and stopover in United Kingdom.
NNPC Limited commences loading of petrol from Dangote refinery in Lagos.
2,000 barrels of crude if you are processing it. We can generate more than 54 million liters of beer.
Nigerian Air Force commences airlift of relief materials to victims of flood disasters in Maiduguri.
And on Good Morning Nigeria today, we shall discuss identity management and national development, plus 2024 Champions of Talent Development Conference.
In 2019, the federal government approved September 16 every year as National Identity Day.
That's true, and the National Identity Day is to create awareness on the importance of identification as a modern tool for national development and social cohesion.
The choice of the date, September 16, is in recognition of Sustainable Development Goal SDG 16.9, which calls for a legal identity for all, including birth registration by 2030.
And as we reflect on the importance of identity in shaping our individual and collective futures, we are reminded that effective identity management is the backbone of a secure, prosperous and progressive nation.
You're right, Jumai. And on this edition of Good Morning Nigeria, the first for the week, we will examine the nexus between identity management and national development.
And Ademola, we will also explore the progress made by challenges faced and innovative solutions emerging in areas such as national identity number, that's NIN registration, digital identity infrastructure, data protection and privacy, inclusive citizenship and social service, border security and migration management.
Join us as we engage our panel of discussants in harnessing the power of identity management to drive Nigeria's growth, stability and global competitiveness. I am Ademola Adeoye.
And that is not all we have, Ademola. We have another topic in the second part of the program, 2024 Champions of Talent Development Conference. What is it all about? You will find out soon. I am Juma Yusuf. I join Ademola and welcome you to the program. We're live on the network service of the NTA. Chukwudi Okolugbaja will join us in a bit for the newspaper review, but that is after the news highlights with Mina Daniels. Hello, Mina. It's good to see you. It's been a while.
Good morning, Jumai and Ademola. It's really good to be back. Good morning, Nigeria. Here's the morning news. President Bola Tinubu is back in Abuja after his official visit to China and a detour in the United Kingdom. The presidential aircraft touched ground at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, at about 10:40 Sunday night. He was received on arrival by Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, Chief of Staff to the President, Femi Gbajabiamila, among other top government functionaries. On August 29, the president, who left Abuja for Beijing, China, met with his Chinese counterpart, Xi Jinping, Chinese Premier Xi Jinping, and also participated in the 9th summit of the Forum on China-African Cooperation, FOCAC. During the bilateral meeting with President Jinping, 5 memoranda of understanding were signed between Nigeria and China on various social and economic cooperations. On 6 September, President Tinubu left to Belgium for London, where he spent some days and equally met with King Charles III to discuss issues relating to climate change and action. The lifting of petrol has finally commenced at the Dangote refinery, with the facility confirming that 110 million litres is ready for loading. In the first instance, hundreds of trucks belonging to the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL) set the process in motion, with the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, describing the development as a key step towards energy self-sufficiency and security.
Coal, for PMS alone, every day, with 50,000 barrels of crude, if you are processing, we can generate more than 54 million liters of PMS. 54. And of course, the refinery has a capacity to produce various other products. 44% of the production can meet the entire requirements of the country.
The federal government is set to deploy e-borders to ease air travel in the country. Minister of Interior Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo gave the indication in Abuja at the end of a two-day training on Advanced Passenger Information and Passenger Name Record (API PNR) for select personnel of the Nigerian Immigration Service.
It was infighting, aviation, interior. But here we came on board and we understood the fact that the key is for Nigeria to be the winner.
It is making the work easier for us to prepare ahead of time and to secure the borders more proactively.
The United Nations agency say Nigeria needs urgent global support to address the humanitarian crisis resulting from the ravaging flood in Borno State. The World Food Programme and Food and Agriculture Organization estimate that $147.9 million will be required to provide food and non-food items to the flood-affected people in Maiduguri and other food-insecure people in the northeast for the next 6 months.
I never pray for even my enemy to experience such a thing. For you to leave your home without any single thing, just with your own personal clothes, is not something to pray for anymore in your life.
And in fulfillment of its statutory role of providing military aid to civil authority, the Nigerian Air Force has commenced airlift missions to transport relief materials to victims of the recent flood disaster affecting Maiduguri and its surrounding communities. A statement by Deputy Director of Public Relations and Information, Group Captain Kabir Ali, indicates that the materials donated by the Nigerian Customs Service is aimed at alleviating the suffering caused by the floods, which have disrupted daily life, destroyed property, and displaced millions. The airlift missions, which had the first batch of the relief items, comprising 300 bags of 50 kg rice, was successfully delivered to NAF Base Maiduguri via the NAF C-130 Hercules aircraft for onward house-to-house distribution. Earlier, the NAF had launched a medical outreach program to support flood victims, in addition to the feeding of over 2 million internally displaced persons. The NAF's airlift mission and medical outreach are part of a broader effort to support national disaster response initiatives and highlight the critical role of military assets in humanitarian crises. The Chief of Air Staff, Air Vice Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar, has directed that these operations continue as needed, ensuring that both relief materials and medical aid reach all affected areas, as the NAF will persistently collaborate with other security agencies to mobilize human and material resources for the support of flood victims. And those are the highlights of the news at this time. Good morning, Nigeria. We'll continue with Ademola Angel May after this commercial break. Please don't go away.